The sense of the international because they move on and they guarantee themselves another top 6 finish at TI. Unfortunately, that is it from RNG. They've done pretty well, it has to be said. We'll wrap up on them with our panel members right now and talk about what an incredible last game. I mean, 78 minutes, second longest at TI9, third highest damage ever at a TI, by the way, on a single player, 126,000. I mean, it was enjoyable.
Yeah, it really was.
Because sometimes you get along and you kind of, come on, get on with it. One of you's going to win. You know one of you can't win and one can. This one could have gone either way the whole way through.
Yeah, it was a very back-and-forth matchup. GH on the Rubik stealing the saves because they didn't have that many saves on Radiant, so he had to be the one who had to do it. And how are you ever going to push high ground into a tiny Ags and the Arc Warden, right? And we saw it. They just finally got into the base, and what could you do at that point?
Lacoste, are you a believer now?
Definitely. One of the European teams are taking this one home. Incredible late game Dota. I don't think Dota was ever in the history this entertaining. Once you get to those Aghanim Scepter upgrades, the runes, level 25 talents, it's just beautiful to watch. Anything can happen.
You go back 4 or 5 years, late game Dota was about like playing safe, not going on the map, but now it's like you have to contest Roshan. It's got Ags, it's got Refresher. You have to contest these runes. DD, Arcane Runes late game will win you the game. And as a result, it's so action-packed. It's crazy.
If you don't have the runes, you buy Aghanim Scepter, you spawn the runes.
You make your own. Make your own. I'm going to get more reaction from all 3 panelists in just a moment, but let's head over to Casey right now, who's with Mind Control after a wonderful victory.
Mind Control, how you doing?
Very good.
You need to take a few breaths.
Yeah, it was a very intense game.
Very long game, and I want to take us back to, I think it was right before minute 40, and you just kind of, I think, opened the game. You wide open. You go in there, you take a guess, you save a couple of your guys. How do you, you look like, okay, deep breaths all together. You're taking risks when you're playing at a high level just a couple of games away from exiting TI. How are you able to play with that level of confidence?
I mean, we had a talk, win or lose, just do it together. It doesn't matter what's going to happen. We just have to play good Dota, and that's what we're trying to do. We're just trying to outplay them. And we just don't have that much pressure when we think that even if we lose, it's okay. There's no pressure anymore.
Does that make late game a little bit easier since you've taken that pressure off of yourselves once it's been going that long, back and forth?
Not really, because late game is really random and you don't really know what's going on, so you have to just do something. But Arc Warden is the hero that makes you feel good in late game, so he definitely helped us a lot.
You didn't do as well in group stage as I'm sure you were hoping to, and yet since taking main stage, you have won every single game. Every single game that you have played at TI9 main stage, you have won. Did you have a big discussion about how you were going to kind of refocus coming into main stage? What's changed?
I mean, honestly, the biggest difference is that we actually started playing good. We actually woke up. I don't know what happened. I mean, for me personally, after the opening ceremony, I just woke up. I just saw those videos on the big TV, and I woke up.
Yeah.
And I think my team also woke up, and it feels really good. That's what I feel about it.
What do you want to say about the fans here? Because, we're playing TI in China for the first time, and fans from all over the world are here and obviously showing a lot of respect to Team Liquid, too.
Thank you very much for supporting us. Even during the games, we can very quietly hear you because their headset is blocking it, but we still hear you, and thank you very much for just enjoying the games, too. And it's amazing. I love it.
Well, it's amazing for all of us to get to watch all these teams play such amazing Dota, so thank you for that. And what are you going to do to wind down now?
We just need to, I don't know, I'll see what I'm going to do. We still have to prepare for our next opponent. I think it's EG, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct.
Yeah, so we have to play EG after the next series. It's going to be hard. We'll see what we're going to do.
Deep breaths. Great stuff. I know that was a long game. Second longest, Paul was saying, here at TI9. So congratulations. Way to go. And we will chat with you sometime soon, I'm sure.
Thank you very much.
All right, back to you guys.
Thanks very much, Casey, and thanks to Mind Control as well. Get his breath back now as he takes a break, and they're going to need a break. EG next.
And they haven't got a long break.
No.
That's today.
Yeah, it's the last series of the day, so yeah, got to get that. Let's recap on RNG. Lacoste, they've done better than expected?
For sure, even though coming into this tournament, I think everyone talked about how they won every pretty much single scrim that they played, and they were a really tough opponent. I think no one expected them to go this far before the TI started.
You think they would have gone out even earlier than this? That was the expectation?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was expecting somewhere in the middle, but they did way better than I expected.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the minors, they got last place at Star Ladder Minor and then Dota Pit in a row. Last place at a minor, and then you show up here and get top 8. It's pretty damn impressive.
Yeah, fantastic players on this team, of course, and plenty, I'm sure, to hear about from the players, and that's what we're going to do right now with Shiva.
Yes, thank you very much, Paul. Monet, I know you were very open in your interview with Casey about how you guys have had a tough year. And in the month before TI, I know you've also gained tremendous respect from all the teams here. They respect you guys so much for the improvements and the improvements you had before TI and coming into this. And I want to know from you, how did you experience this international?
莫内你好，问的就是说你在当时跟 KC 的采访当中，你也提到了说你们这一整年是非常坎坷的，然后就想问，现在你们这么努力的打到了前8，就是想问一下你们对这场比赛的感受是什么？
其实我们的预期不是一轮游嘛，然后打到前8，虽说是预期够了，但被淘汰还是心里不好受的。
He says that our initial goal was just not to get eliminated in the first round of the playoffs, and by that margin, they have achieved their goal. However, even though they reached top 8, being eliminated is still not a good feeling, and right now they are kind of a little regretful.
Regretful is never good. I feel personally that you can be proud of your achievement, but I'm sure that hopefully will come for you later on. I want to talk a little bit about 2 years ago, because 2 years ago with LFY, you made it to 3rd place at the International. And I was curious as to how that run at that TI impacted your run this time around.
后面就想问，当年就是TI 7的时候，你们在老汾阳战队里面不是打进了前3嘛？然后那时候的成绩对你们这次来到这场比赛之后有没有什么影响？
这已经过去2年了，其实队伍的人员配置以及心态都是不一样的。我们当时其实那年，算了，不说之前了，就是挺难受的吧。
He says there's not much impact involved because it's not really relevant anymore. What happened in the past is water under the bridge, and even though and he doesn't really want to talk about the past, he just says that being able to come here with this team is a totally different team with a different mentality and mindset. So everything has been different so far.
All right, I would like some final words from Monet that he can say to all the fans at home.
然后最后就是有没有一些支持给你的粉丝和朋友呢？
真的非常感谢我的朋友们和我的粉丝们，就我们这么菜还要一直支持我们，就非常感谢，非常感谢。
加油加油加油
！So he says that he has heartfelt gratitude towards all his fans and friends that's come to this tournament to watch him, and he feels really thankful that they are all here to support him despite his team being this terrible, himself included.
You know, that was not a terrible performance. That was an amazing series to watch. Well played. I know we'll see you again in another TI, and we are going to go back to the panel.
Yes, indeed. Thank you very much, Shiva. Yeah, absolutely right. We will see Monet again. He's a fantastic player, and he will be back at the International in the future, I'm sure. Guys, let's just wrap up on this series. It's been a great series, despite the fact that someone will come in and look at the score and go 2-0. Yeah, kind of expected it. It was a really good series.
Yeah, it wasn't just business as usual for Liquid. RNG put up a hell of a fight. There are a lot of young, talented players, a lot to be proud of. We'll be seeing most of these guys, if not all of them, at future TIs.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, gents. We're going to move on. And, of course, another series is almost upon us. Before we get there, though, there are 2 men here who you may know have the only 2 men that have ever played at all 9 TIs. And both of them are also champions. They're also both still in the hunt for a second Aegis. They caught up with Casey to describe what it was like being the only 2 players in history to play at all 9 and what their mutual respect was between the 2 of them.
And then there were 2. They're the only 2 people here who have been to every single TI?
I mean, I think it's really cool that it's us two.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely a big thing to us. There's no way it's not.
What do you remember about your first TI? Because both of your experiences couldn't be more different. You came in and lost all of the games.
Yeah, it was great.
You came in and won
Yeah.
all of the games.
I just scrambled a team and Dota 2 came out and